Chase Brown Jr., an undersized running back that's projected to go undrafted, mainly because he barely got to play any snaps in his third year of college because he went through a major injury in his sophomore season. Even with the injury, in the college pro day he ran a 4.24, and in the combine he ran a 4.3. Track star. Now, unfortunately, he actually did go undrafted, but Cleveland Browns decided to give him a chance, see what he could do in the preseason. So with this opportunity, Chase is going to have to prove why he deserves to be a running back in the NFL. From being undrafted to being able to play in the preseason, Chase knew that this would be the only chance he'll have to try to make an NFL roster. And he knows that since he's on the Browns, Nick Chubb is the RB1, so even if he does play amazing in the preseason, he'll most likely have to be an RB2, which is still good for him because he'll be able to prove himself and see how he does given the chance in the regular season. Before this game, the coach reminded him that this game will determine if he'll be able to get more time in the next preseason game. So every single chance he had to show off his speed, show off his agility, show off exactly who he can be in this league, he did exactly that. Another good thing about Chase is that even if he gets tackled for a loss, he just learns from it and keeps moving on. An underrated aspect of his game is his receiving, due to the fact that he's fast as hell and he can catch the ball, so if he gets that ball and finds an open field, he's gone. Throughout Chase's whole football career, the outside stretch has been one of his favorite runs because he's not really that big, so inside runs don't really help him that much. So due to the fact that he almost has zero capability of being a power back, being a backup running back behind Nick Chubb might be a good thing for him, as he'll be able to be what Kareem Hunt used to be on the Browns, as Kareem Hunt actually decided to join a different team in free agency. As securing the running back one spot in this league right now would be pretty hard to do, as he doesn't really have too much pull in the league right now. Chase wins his first preseason game as he gets 20 attempts for 115 yards but no touchdown. After seeing what Chase was able to do, coach decided to give him a lot more chances in this game against the Giants, so we're going to see how this shit go. With coach finally giving him a big chance in this game right here and seeing what he did last game, he was not going to let this go to waste, getting a big gain on the first play he got. One thing I didn't tell y'all about this is that he's actually not the only rookie running back on his team battling for running back 2. It's another running back on here that's pretty good, and we're going to see who do better. As far as I know, looks like the running back 2 position is locked in for him as he goes for this big run right here, showing off his speed, but he get caught up by Aziz. But that's cool though, because right here he breaks off a tackle from Kayvon Thibodeau and gets in a touchdown for his first preseason touchdown as he celebrates with the crowd. And after that amazing drive from him, he comes out and shows his receiving skills, catching the ball, breaking the tackle, and getting almost to the first down. And then right after that play, as they only need 1 yard, the O-line blocks as good as they possibly can, and he gets sharp his 4.2 speed, almost scoring the touchdown here, but he decides to celebrate a little bit early and gets caught up. But hey man, that's what happens when you get a little bit too cocky. But anyway, he dives in and gets his second touchdown of the game, showing off. And right when he's feeling himself, feeling like he can get any amount of yards he wants to at any time, he gets caught up behind the line. And at this point, it looks like this Giants defense is really trying to stop him from running the ball, so they're tackling him again, not letting him get too much yards. Then on third down, again showing off his receiving skills, catching that ball and fighting hard for the first down. Not knowing how many more chances he's going to get this last 1 minute and 30 seconds of the first half, he runs hard and almost gets the first down. Second and goal, Chase gets his handoff again and tries to get in the touchdown, but unfortunately he can't get it as there's too many people there. So he wasn't able to get his third touchdown of the game, but coach ended up sitting him for the rest of the game. They win this game, so it's cool. Chase ends this game off with 11 attempts with 140 yards and 2 touchdowns, almost identical to Nick Chubb's game he had with 10 rushes, 142 yards and 2 tugs. Imagine if this was actually the duo when the season starts. This is the third game of the preseason, so this is really his last chance to prove why he deserves to be running back 2 on the Browns. And honestly, from what he's shown, even though it is the preseason, so he's not playing against the best of the best at this moment, he could probably be a running back 1 on a different team. Maybe, who knows, maybe the Browns keep him as a running back 2 for a while, let him build up his trade value, and then eventually send him to a different team for some good value. So in able to really lock in that RB2 spot, he's going to have to lock in and replicate what he did last game, as he had an amazing game. He's going to have another amazing game. Especially since coach is giving him a chance, like a more chance than he did last game. He'll be able to play up to 3 quarters, so he definitely has to go crazy this game, as he's going to get way more attempts as he fights for this first but isn't able to get it. Other than the outside stretch runs, these inside shotgun runs are real good for him, as he's fast as hell, so he can pick whatever hole he wants to hit for real. What's crazy about Chase is that before the NFL, when he was in high school and college, he wasn't really that tough. He wasn't strong for real. He was just fast as hell. So if he had an open lane, he'll, you know what I'm saying, be gone. But after being injured in college, he took that to the heart for real. And he just decided to work a lot more on his strength, endurance, and all that stuff so that he can become a way better running back. Because in the NFL, you don't only want to be fast as a running back. You also need to be tough. You got to be strong. You got to be able to break tackles. So that's a big part of his game that scouts didn't get to see, as he didn't get to play in his last year of college. So they wasn't really ready to see him this tough, break tackles. He was just a fast running back before. And all that training paid off as he's able to get real good goal line touchdowns like this one right here, diving in. Barely getting a touchdown, but guess what? He still got in that motherfucker. So now at this point, having the speed is just a luxury as quarterback throws an overthrow. He gets this screen pass, runs, and breaks tackles. It takes more than one person to get him down. Also, with Chase being so small, we did not expect him to be able to block this. It was. He blocks that DB coming out of on the blitz. And on this play, showing his speed with his favorite play, the RB stretch, coming all the way around, breaking the tackle, and then he gets caught up. And then again with Chase's underrated blocking, he sees the DB coming off and he gets a pancake, which allows for Deshaun Watson to throw a dot to Amari Cooper to score a touchdown. If he didn't get that block, probably wouldn't be a touchdown because of the pressure. We're real deep in the third quarter now, so this could be his last drive being able to play in the preseason. And another stretch run for Chase as he tries to get around this linebacker, but he gets caught up somehow. Now this is a play that Chase normally doesn't really get to use, which is the HB toss. He almost gets the first. And as I said about his blocking, he holds this edge rusher for the entire play. Like how? You know, after blocking that well on a passing play, your teammates have to block good for you to reward you, and he runs in for his second touchdown of the game. Unfortunately, coach sits him out for the whole fourth quarter, so he couldn't pad his stats a little bit, but they still won. He closes out the preseason run with another crazy performance, 19 attempts for 136 yards and 2 tugs. After that amazing preseason run by Chase, he gets to finally get his first practice in after making the preseason cuts. After an amazing practice by Chase, what do y'all think is going to happen? This is actually his last practice before his NFL debut. Will he stay as a running back too throughout the season, or will the Browns use him as trade capital due to his crazy potential?